What's happening, Captains? It's your boy Pirate Zombie here. This time I got some more of the forest. A couple things I wanted to do in this episode. First thing, I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff that I built. I built all the traps that were available so far. Got the Dead Man's Trigger here, the one I showed you right before this one. That's like a noose that they run at it. It kind of like hangs them upside down. And then the first trap that you guys saw in previous video. Um, Built my log cabin up, so I have the log cabin now. Have a couple gardens. Built some standing lights around the place. Make it easier to see at night. It gets very dark in this game. I actually got a good spawn of the yacht when I came in, so I went to the yacht right before I came here. Stocked up on some supplies there. But yeah, one of the things I want to show you guys this map. I found a couple cave entrances. I did some scouting around the island. The island is huge. I was surprised at how big it was. I picked a bad place for my house because there's some nice areas over on the other side of the island. But scouting around, I found the entrance to this cave, and I went in a little bit and saw that there were some of the cannibals in there, or the natives, whatever you want to call them. And took them out and went in a little bit, and it was very interesting. I wanted to explore it, but I was kind of nervous to go in there because I mean it was dark, and like I said, since I was exploring the island, I was kind of low on some supplies, so I wanted to come back, restock on everything, and then go in there and have a go at it. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. As you can see right there, I mean it is pitch black in the cave. I pull out my lighter and my trusty. I don't know what you would want. I mean it's a flare gun, but the thing it's a flamethrower. There you go. But I mean, as you can see while I'm walking down here, I mean, it is pitch black. Without the lighter turned on or some sort of light source, you can't see anything. I don't know how these guys traverse it, but they do. But right here, you'll see I come to the first area. This is where the first 3 cannibals I found were. I knew they were there already, so I kind of took them out quick. I just wanted to, shoot them up, get them down. I've already been in here. There's a couple suitcases in here. Couple of like tables with like other suitcases and boxes, probably stuff they've scavenged. Can't get into them yet. Hopefully they'll add that you can bust those things open and find some supplies eventually or something like that. But this was the first room that I found. Over to the right was another exit that I actually found the first time I was in there. That leads out. That's the other entrance that I had found. It leads out into like a little bit deeper into the forest from our base. Lots of coins in here and cash, which I thought was kind of interesting that they had just had coins scattered everywhere. Picked those up because I mean I know it says that you can combine them with something. I haven't found anything yet to combine them with, but maybe in future updates they'll add stuff. I mean, who knows? So I'm keeping everything I can just to see. But I like what they've done with the cave. I mean, it's legit. It's dark. If you don't have some kind of light source, you're not gonna find your way around in here. And I really like that they're taking this serious with the whole. It's realistic. It's not like a cartoony survival type game. So it's really cool that they're doing that. I think right here I show you that this is the exit, maybe? I think that's what this is, yeah. Yep, that's the exit right there. That'll take you back outside. I didn't think I showed that on this one. But yeah, so, and you can see relatively close how close my base is, so, 2 pretty close entrances to each other. I'm wondering if maybe just the entire island has just an underground cave and it's all one giant cave. I'm gonna have to do a lot more exploring to figure that out. I'm hoping in the future updates I don't know. There's still a lot of bugs with it, of course. It's only had 2 major updates. The next major update's in 6 days, so they're gonna add some more stuff to it. But I thought this was cool. They had the way blocked off by logs or planks. First time I walked in here, I was like, oh, it's a dead end. But I saw stuff behind it, so I was like, man, there's got to be a way to get back there. So I just randomly whacked it with my axe. Was like, holy crap, it worked. And saw that there was another way out. So I was like, well, that's pretty cool. Got a little deeper into it, and that's when I turned around the first time. I was like, alright, I need to stock up on supplies before I go further down there. So this is my fully stocked run through it. I mean, this is where the horror aspect of the game came, right here. Because turned that on. They couldn't see me with the with the lighter. But man, I turned that flashlight on and they came charging. I was not expecting it. If you saw that, I mean, they came out of nothing, just boom, appeared. I was like, holy crap. But this is where I found my first passenger that they had kidnapped. That was creepy right there. You just see a guy hanging upside down right there. And I was like, I don't know about this. This lets you know that these guys are creepy. And then you see there the feet just hanging. Instead of like the body just broke. I don't know what they did to that one. But it's just feet hanging. That was kind of weird. But I didn't turn back. I was like, well, hey, you know, in for a dime, might as well go for a dollar, right? So, going further in there. I was skeptical to use my flashlight at this point because I was like, I just turned my flashlight on and got jumped. Don't want to turn it back on again. But they've done some pretty good, for, like I said, for this game being an alpha. The texture on the walls and on the water and on the cannibals themselves is really good. I mean, it's got good textures to it. Let's see where we at. And I always wanted to keep myself full on food, full on stamina, and all that. I didn't want to stay low. Here's where I pull out the flare. I love flares. This was awesome. It lit up the entire room. I mean, it was so cool. I was like, I don't need my lighter anymore. Put that away, you know? Like, I can see everything in the room. But, and I don't know if it was because of just where I was at or what was going on. The loot was bugged in these. You know, I was hoping to get a couple snack bars or something to refresh my stock, but couldn't get nothing out of them. I tried, you know, multiple times. I've tried pulling the lighter back out, thinking, well, maybe it thinks I can't see. I don't know. Knocked it over right here. You know, tried to do everything I could to get the loot. Couldn't get any of the loot, so I just gave up. I was like, you know, I came in here fully stocked. You know, I'm not gonna run out of food because I've got fish. I've got enough stuff to make a fire. I'll be all right. So kept going down the cave, and my lighter was starting to get a little low on me. It was freaking me out a little bit, but still didn't want to pull out the flashlight just yet because I was still scared to use it. So yeah, that's where the lighter started going out on me. So I did eventually pull out the flashlight because I just couldn't see at all. Needed to give the lighter a little bit of a break. But as you can see here, like, even my flashlight wasn't showing me much. So again, you know, I pulled out another flare. Tried to anyway. The flare, switching between it got a little buggy, so I had to switch back and forth here. Finally got the flare out and tossed it down there, and I mean, that's why I couldn't see nothing. It's a huge, just cavern. Pulled my lighter back out just because I didn't want to waste the battery on my flashlight. But I saw a flash over there on the top left. I thought it may have been, you know, like a flashlight from one of the dudes. You know, they wear that flashlight on their head. So I went over there to check, didn't see nothing. Wanted to get on that rock, boom, fell through it. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Alright, going walking through rocks now. See those two people hanging there, so I'm thinking there's got to be somebody in here. All of a sudden I heard it, boom, she was on me, and I shot. That freaked me out so much, guys. Like, this whole time I was like, I can't see nothing. I'm, you know, focused on the game. See the two people hanging, I'm thinking, okay, I know there's somebody in here. All of a sudden I heard a couple footsteps, and boom, she was right behind me. Freaked me out. But you saw there, I used some of my med pills, used another snack, wanted to stay full health. I didn't want to risk anything in here. And right there, my flares are going out on me, and my lighter was going down on me, and I can't see anything. So I was freaking out here pretty good. So I whipped out another flare and threw it down on the ground just so I could see. And then as I was running by, there's stuff on the ground and on the rocks, and I don't know what it is. Um, I can't explain it. It doesn't. I mean, it looks almost like buckets, maybe, or something that's empty. And I'm thinking maybe they'll eventually put that there's loot in here that you can get or something. I don't know. I couldn't see anything. So, and then right here is where it gets weird. I saw those just out of the flash of my eye and just started shooting. Didn't ask any questions, just started shooting. This chick right here is creepy. I can't even tell you what it is, man. It is weird. But I took out Molotovs. It didn't look like my flare gun was working, so I took out Molotovs and started throwing Molotovs at her. Accidentally dropped one on myself there, being the genius that I was, you know. Finally got my flare out, threw the flare down, and there she is. She was right there. So creepy, guys. I mean, raises her front two appendages, whatever they are, at you, like almost like a spider, right? And just comes at you. I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know what to do. She wasn't charging me anymore. She was getting closer, so I just whipped out the axe, went to town on her, was like, maybe it'll do something to stop her. I was hoping the flares at least did some damage to her, but I mean, I don't know. It looked like they were going right through her, so I'm just going around in a circle, whacking her with the axe. I still have my lighter out, but I don't think it's doing anything. It's all the flare. I eventually backed up and was like, well, that's not working. I pulled out my flashlight to get a good look at it. There you see the buckets or something on the ground. No idea what those are. But check this thing out, man. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like two females, like, molded together. I don't know. And then it's got extra legs, and it's got these little bitty appendages on the side. I have no idea what that is. And then if you check these out, I'm almost thinking maybe these are a couple guys molded together. I don't know. I tried to attack it, and I guess got auto hit back. I don't know what that was, but it hit me in one hit, and I dropped. That was the end of that exploring. I waked up back in the original room that I went into in the cave. So that was, you know, it was alright. I knew where I was at, so I was like, alright, whatever, let's heal back up, eat up, let's get out of there. That was enough exploring for one day, because I was pretty freaked out. Seeing those things, I mean, like I said, when it's pitch black like that and you can barely see, and then you've got cannibals and creatures running at you in the dark, man, it just freaking me out, dude. So, I decided to go ahead and leave. That was enough exploring. I think I'm going to try and find a entrance to another cave eventually. Or see if maybe the caves eventually connect. I know when I was first playing, I got kidnapped. You guys saw that one in episode 1. And that didn't look like the same cave. I'm thinking it was a different cave. So I kind of want to check that out and see if they all interconnect, or if it's multiple caves maybe. Here I get back to the base. Just wanted to do, you know, small maintenance on the base, make sure everything was kept up. I go ahead and pick my garden, because that's not one of the edible ones, and planted something new. For some reason I can only get one garden to work at a time. I don't know why. Still trying to figure that out as well. It may be that I planted them too close together. I don't know. Here I'm going to go ahead and throw on my last fish just to throw it on there. Make sure I'm full. Crafting a couple more Molotovs here. It's nice to stay stocked up on those. I'm also going to show you guys something else I learned how to make. A stick and a rock makes like a hammer type thing. That so far are the only two items that I have found that you can craft. I mean, there's got to be more stuff, but that's the only two things I found so far. Pulled out my PDA. I was looking at how many steps I had taken. I don't know if that's from the start of this game save or if that's from total, but 1,400 steps, it really doesn't sound like a lot, you know? I feel like I've done more than that. Show you some of the other stuff in my bag. The teeth says can be used for crafting. Haven't figured out what they're used for, but this cassette player is awesome. This music is just great. Yeah, here I go. I'm dancing a little bit to it. It was some good stuff, man. I was, you know, man, I'm a fan of dubstep, so you know, I was enjoying it. Plants grow quick, if you notice that. I already had some stuff to eat. But what's cool about this, and this is the part I want to show you, the cassette player restores your energy while you're playing it. So that's why you see me running around a little bit. My energy goes up a lot faster while the cassette's playing, which is really cool because, you know, if you're, you know, doing a bunch of log stuff or, you know, cutting a bunch of logs to make something, you can have that playing. You can basically run back and forth without having to stop. Um, there is a downside to it, though, which you guys are going to see here in a minute. You're playing loud music over a microphone out in the middle of the open where cannibals are at, or natives, whatever you want to call them. So here I was just going through some of my equipment, looking at the cache, and I'm still trying to figure out what cache is used for because it's used for burning stuff, but I've got tons of leaves. So here I was going to try and throw some coins to see if anything mixed, and then you hear it. I heard the noise, and I was like, oh no, there's somebody in my base. Looked around, saw her over there. She's the only one that I saw at first, so I was thinking I'm going to try and get her in one of my traps. That's why I pulled out the axe and not the gun. I just wanted to kind of try and get her to run in here, but she kept dodging my traps, and I don't know, hopefully they'll try and fix that in one of the patches too. This is when I noticed the other guy, plus there's a guy behind me there. The guy that's sitting at my hut, I think he got killed by my fire that was there. I don't know. But he stopped. He didn't move the entire time. The chick's over there, and then I get attacked. And those were the ones that came from behind me. I was not expecting that. I was so not ready. So I pulled out the gun and shot her and ate up real quick because I was low on life. I was like, I ain't, you know, didn't want to risk dying at that point. So I checked it out. The other chick was still back there, so I went ahead and just took this guy out. Didn't want to risk him coming behind me because I still wanted to try and get this chick in one of my traps. That guy had moved the whole time, so I took him out. I didn't know what was going on with him. So I went back to work on her to try and get her to follow me. I noticed when I turned my back right there, she charged me. And as soon as I turned around, she stopped. So I wanted to see how far she'd take that. So again, I turned around and acted like I ran. She charged me, but she got stuck on the trap. Wasn't exactly how I planned to use the trap, but it was effective. So there, I take out the other guy that's there because I wanted to check this out and see what was going to happen with her. She never stopped. So I just took her out. I was like, whatever, I'm done with her. See that guy running. Here's my sharpshooting skills, guys. Boom. Got him long distance. No zoom or nothing. That was pretty awesome. I was proud of that shot. He eventually goes off map from my sight. I'm pretty sure, you know, he's gonna end up dying. So that was pretty much the attack on my base. You see I'm bloody now. That's what starting the tape with the music is gonna do. It will call them and let them know that you're around. So be careful with it if you're gonna use it. Just know that you are gonna get attacked. Yeah, but it's fun. I actually enjoy the random killing of those guys. It can be fun. Like I'm about to show you guys here in this next part. I wanted to show you one more thing. I wanted to build an effigy because if you notice going through the book, I basically built everything so far. You know, the walls and the stuff I haven't done, but I built the actual log cabin. I built the stool already. Built all 3 of the traps. I built the 2 food things. I haven't built the houseboat, but I've heard it's still really buggy. Sharks can still get in the bottom of it, so didn't quite want to do that yet. So I was like, let's build an effigy. So the only one that I haven't seen yet was the large effigy. So I threw that down. Didn't have enough stones, but I was carrying a lot of body parts on me already. So I went and grabbed a few more sticks. I only needed a couple more. So I threw some sticks on it, finished that, went and grabbed a couple more rocks. I think I only needed like 2 of them or so. So grabbed those real quick. I think that's the dead body that's always been there. Yeah, that one didn't work. So going around, basically now I'm gonna chop up all the dead bodies that I just killed. That one was, I guess, died in a bad spot. I couldn't pick up any of his body parts. If you notice, there's also a log in there that I wanted, but don't know how that got in there either. But yeah, I'll just go around, chop up all the body parts to make the effigy. The head, the legs, the arms. There's another head rolling right there. More body parts rolling. Looked like I was full on stuff because I kept dropping as I was picking it up. So I went and dropped this stuff off. And at this point, all I needed was heads. I saw that it looked like there was an arm missing, so I was afraid it was going to bug out on me, kind of like the rabbit cage did. But it said I didn't need any more arms, so I was just going to go hunting for some heads. I had a couple of heads sitting right over there. I don't know why I didn't go grab those. Instead, I went and tried to find new bodies, but whatever. I think I could only carry like 2 heads at a time. That was weird. Like, I caught the body and like flew in the air. That was so creepy. There I thought I had picked up 3 heads. I thought there was an extra head because, you know, I'm pretty sure I grabbed the other one when I fell, but I only put 2 on there, so I don't know what it was. Picked my axe back out, and there was the one guy that I killed. See, and I saw 2 heads there again. I'm telling you, I saw the 2 heads. That was so weird. I don't know how one guy's dropping 2 heads, but it was really weird. See how close I was. I only needed a few more. I know I killed the guy with the long shot, and then this was really creepy right here. I was running around. Oh, it's not yet. It's after I go look for the long one, I think. So I thought I had killed someone over there. There was the guy that I killed. He looked kind of like burnt up to a crisp. That was kind of cool. I thought I had killed another guy over here, but I couldn't find his body. I don't know what happened. Maybe he ended up running away. I don't know. Couldn't find it, so I was like, alright, well, let's come back. And on my way back, I see this. And this was creepy. Like, this freaked me out right here. Saw a dude hovered over another one. That's a cannibal eating another cannibal. Creeped me out. And he's carrying like a interesting looking weapon, and he was naked. I was like, what the hell are you doing naked eating a body, man? That's just weird. So he got stuck on the rocks there. I took him out. And what's really weird is when I finally killed him, he got clothes. Like, his loincloth showed up. I don't know what was going on there. So weird. But I picked up his head and washed off the blood. And I think that was the 3 heads that I needed, so I came back. As I was coming back, I realized I had another head sitting right there that could have grabbed, but it's all good. So I finished it. I only had 2. I didn't finish it. Oh yeah, okay, this is where it was. I ran back for that body the guy was eating, took his head, and as I was coming back, I came back the other side of the cabin and realized there's a guy, like, right there. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So, there's the large effigy. I thought it was kind of cool looking. It almost looked like a barbecue pit. So, that was pretty much going to be the end of this episode. That's all I really wanted to show you guys. I probably won't do another forest episode for a little bit. I may wait for the next update to come, or if I do end up doing some more exploring in the caves and I find some cool stuff in the caves, I might go ahead and add that on here for you guys. But yeah, I'm thinking I might wait for the next 6 days. I know the next update's coming in the next 6 days or so, so we'll see what they add, and then I'll do an update video on that and show you guys some more of the new content. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching it. I appreciate all y'all, and see you next video. Bye.